Welcome into Reentry, a spaceflight simulator, for the first of the historic mission set that comes with the game. We'll be flying through a recreated mission that includes real audio comms, following every step in real time. This is not the only feature of the game, but it's one that really excites me because I absolutely love experiencing history through video games. Games can be valuable because they let us recreate and experience times and events in a way that simply reading about them can't quite convey. At the moment, the game is still in alpha with a formal release coming soon, but for now, some features may still be works in progress. As such, not all the comms may match in game gauge indications, but it's certainly close enough to feel immersive, and future updates will continue to refine the game. Also, note here that the cockpit shown in this particular mission is in the configuration from the later Mercury capsules. Shepard's earlier capsule had a slightly different control panel, and instead of the forward singular window, had two small portholes to the left and right of the panel. Other than that, the majority of the panel and the systems on board the ship are identical to the ones shown here. Let's talk a little bit about the history of the flight. Today, we'll be flying the Mercury Redstone 3 flight, which was NASA's first manned flight into space. Piloted by Lieutenant Commander Alan Shepard, the flight was a short suborbital run with only a few minutes actually in space. At this time, the astronauts were known simply as pilots, but in fact very little piloting was actually done, as the astronauts really were along for the ride most of the flight. Later NASA programs would add more position titles as the crews grew in size, such as Command Pilot and Mission Commander. The objective of this particular test was to prove that a human could in fact withstand the forces of launch and reentry, be able to work effectively in a weightless environment, and to test the control and recovery systems of the capsule. Redstone 3 was the 18th flight of the Mercury project, which began in 1958. The earlier flights had been either unmanned tests or had carried chimpanzees. Many of these flights had failed. Redstone 1 had been a safety qualification flight for the Redstone rocket and actually had to be run twice, becoming Redstone 1A and 1B. Redstone 2 carried the first chimp into space, named Ham, as a final step before human flight. The flight was deemed a success overall because Ham returned alive, but the Redstone rocket had actually malfunctioned and gone off course. Delays in the program and concerns about the safety of the Redstone rocket meant that the original March launch date was pushed for 2 months. During this delay, Yuri Gagarin made his historic flight, making the Soviets the first to put a man into space. Despite this setback, the U.S. program continued with its objectives, and Commander Shepard became the first American into space on May 5, 1961. And here are the details of that mission, which we can expect to work our way through on today's flight. We'll lift off from Cape Canaveral, hitting max Q at 1 minute 24 seconds, which is the point of maximum air resistance during liftoff. After separation, the capsule will make an automatic 180-degree turn, and will go into manual control testing at 3 minutes 10. This will include basic testing of each axis individually. Then we'll test the automatic retrofire sequence, while keeping the control system on manual as we transition from retro to re-entry attitude. The Redstone rocket doesn't have enough power to get us into full orbit, so the capsule would eventually arc back to Earth anyway, but it's vital to put these systems through their paces to ensure that they can get a later astronaut back to Earth from true orbit. By 7 minutes 48, we are on reentry, with the whole mission lasting only about 15.5 minutes from blastoff to touchdown. Capsule commander, or again in this case pilot, is Alan Shepard, flying the Freedom 7, which is the small black capsule on the top of the rocket here. Riding on the Redstone booster, which is the main rocket here. There was 2 boosters on this program, well, 2 main boosters, Redstone and the Atlas. The Redstone was adapted from a U.S. Army rocket designed to deliver nuclear warheads. Again, mission profile is suborbital, meaning that we do reach space, but not with enough speed to stay up there. Launch time was originally planned for 7:20 a.m. on May 5th, with the countdown starting the previous night at around 8:30. Commander Shepard arrived at the capsule at 5:15 a.m., remaining on board for the next several hours. At 7 a.m., an hour-long delay had to be taken to let weather clear and to repair a faulty power supply. Further delays came from a computer reboot needed at the Goddard Flight Center, as well as Shepard trying to figure out how to take a bathroom break. We start the mission at 15 minutes left on the countdown, and we'll complete the final checklists, beginning with disconnecting external power and switching to our internal batteries.
Observe rest period.
Roger, resting.
Cameras and tape running.
Affirmative.
Roger, perform light work task.
Roger, light work. Okay.
Roger, perform heavy work task.
Heavy work task. Okay.
Roger, sufficient, thank you. CO, control fuel. Station.
Automatic fuel is 95, manual is 96, cameras and tape recorders are running.
Cabin pressure.
15.2.
Air temperature.
94.
Oxygen.
100% plus.
Read out your DC volts.
Main is 24. Number 1 is 25. 2 is 25. 3 is 25. Standby 26. Isolated 29. Back to main, current is 29 amps.
Roger, suit and cabin temperature, full CCW.
Roger, full, counterclockwise.
ASCS and fans.
ASCS is 118. Fans is 115.
Minus 3 minutes. TM blockhouse, do we gotta go? TM blockhouse, do I have a go?
Capcom, choose one.
Stand by one. I gotta know. I'll have to hold it too.
Roger, I'm going to hold. 2 minutes, 40 seconds and holding. CTC, TM is go.
Roger, understand. TM is go. We have a momentary hold. Stoney, hold on with me until I give you the word. Stoney, Rog.
I'm holding here. I have not recycled at this time.
Freedom 7, Capcom, you read Jeff, how do you read? 7, reading it loud and clear, Capcom, over to Chase. It's Chase 2.
Chase 2.
TM Blockhouse, what are your camera and tape recorders this time?
They're on. What is that?
Okay, if you would like to, I'll get an estimate on this.
Freedom 7,
How soon could you have them back on if I take them off?
All you have to do is give me the word. I've got one switch.
7, stand by, Capcom, I'm still on box.
Clearance to resume the count.
All Mercury stations, we intend to pick up. Just keep your camera and tape recorders on. CO, did you verify you got a recorder light?
This is the CO, I did.
Okay, Paul,
Okay.
ready to resume the count?
Roger, ready to resume the count. STE, I'm going to turn it over to Stoney, verify.
Resume the count.
Okay, Stoney, take it over. Roger.
5 seconds.
Freedom 7, Stoney, on your room. 7, loud and clear, Stoney. Roger, loud and clear, also. Minutes mark, then got him. 7, Roger. Minute and counting. Roger. And counting. Mark. Roger. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Lift off. All right, lift off and the clock has started. Okay, you're on your way. Yes, sir. Reading you loud and clear. I'll tell you. is Freedom 7. The fuel is go, 1.2 G. Cabin at 14 PSI. Oxygen is go.
Oxygen is down. Detect radar, okay.
Freedom 7 is still go.
How's you looking good?
This is 7. Fuel is go. 1.8 G. 8 PSI cabin, and the oxygen is go.
How's you detect radar, okay.
Cabin pressure is holding at 5.5. Cabin holding at 5.5.
I can understand. Cabin holding at 5.5.
Fuel is go, 2.5 G. Cabin 5.5. Oxygen is go. The main bus is 24. And the isolated battery is 29.
Well, 3 to 5 to 5. Protect radar, okay.
Okay, it's a lot smoother now, a lot smoother.
Roger.
7 here, fuel is go, 4G, 5.5 cabin, oxygen go, all systems are go.
That's all systems go. Detect radar, okay.
5G. Cut off. Tower jettison green.
All right, now.
Disarm. Cap step is green. Periscope is coming out. And the turnaround has started. SCS is okay. Control movements. Okay, switching to manual pitch.
How's manual pitch?
Pitch is okay. Switching to manual yaw.
I can understand. Manual yaw.
Yaw is okay. Switching manual roll. Roll is okay.
Good, okay. Let's go to it.
On the periscope, what a beautiful view. Cloud cover over Florida, 3 to 4 tenths near the eastern coast. Obscures up through Hatteras. You can see Okeechobee, identify Andros Island, identify the reefs.
Retro, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Flight retro sequence, in retro attitude, arc green. Control is smooth. Retro 1. Very smooth. Retro 2.
Retro 2.
Retro 3. All 3 retros are fired. Okay, 3 retros have fired. Retro jettison is back to arm.
The booster.
Negative. Switching fly-by-wire. Roger, do not have a light. I do not have a light. I see the straps falling away. I heard a noise. I will use override. Override used. The light is green. Oh, roger. Periscope is retracting. I'm on fly-by-wire going to re-entry attitude. Okay, Buster, re-entry attitude. Switching ASCS normal. ASCS is okay. Switching HF for radio check.
Freedom 7, Capcom, how do you read HF?
Roger, reading you loud and clear, HF, decom me.
Freedom 7, Capcom, how do you read onset?
Reading you loud and clear, HF, how me?
Back to you, HF.
Okay, this is Phantom 7. G build up. 3, 6, 9. Okay. Okay.
Coming through loud and clear.
Okay. Okay. This is 7, okay. $45,000 feet now. 40,000 feet. I'm back on ASCS. 35,000. $30,000 feet.
Capcom, how do you read now?
Roger, Deke, reading you loud and clear, how me?
Switched over to GDI.
Roger. The drogue is green at 21. The periscope is out. The drogue is out. Okay, at drogue deploy, I've got 70%. Auto, 90% manual. Oxygen is still okay. And the snorkel's at about 15,000 feet. Emergency flow rate is on. Standing by for main. Main on green. Main chute is reefed. Main chute is green. Main chute is coming unreefed and it looks good. The main chute is good. The rate of descent is reading about 35 feet per second. Hello, Capcom, Freedom 7, how do you read? Hello, card file 23, this is Freedom 7, do you read?
Freedom 7, this is Indian Capcom. Do you read me?
Affirmative, Indian Capcom. Let me give you a report. I'm at 7,000 feet. The main chute is good. The landing bag is on green. My peroxide has dumped. My condition is good.
Roger, Freedom 7. I understand you're at 7,000 feet. Your main chute is open. Your landing is good. Over.
That is affirmative. Please relay. Hello, card file 23, card file 23, Freedom 7, over.
Freedom 7, this is card file 23, over.
This is 7, relay back to Capcom, please. My altitude now 4,000 feet. Condition as before, the main chute is good. The landing bag has deployed, the peroxide has dumped.
All right, understand. Hello, relay.
Card file 23, Freedom 7.
Go 7, this is 23.
I'm about 1,500 feet now. The main chute still looks good. Rate of descent is indicating 30 feet per second.
All right. Freedom 7, this is 23. I have no transmissions from Cape Capcom. Over.
Roger.
Freedom 7, this is Cape Capcom. Over.
This is 7, go ahead.
You have something to transmit at this time. Over.
Everything, my condition is still good. I'm getting ready for impact.
Roger.